Emergency procedures. Many UAS have a number of fail-safe options in case of failures or emergency situations. These include using methods of stabilization and an automated return to land mode. Other features include fail recovery software. The specific fail-safe options available for each type of UAS should be outlined in the UAS documentation operator's manual checklists. These fail-safe mechanisms should be tested during training flights. Flying without these fail-safe mechanisms in place is not recommended. An emergency avoidance procedure should be determined before landing. Options include land immediately, move to a predetermined location and altitude, or another approach. In the event of an emergency, the remote pilot in command should be prepared to submit a written statement on any deviations. Emergency procedures are specific to each UAS type as designed by the manufacturer. It is the responsibility of the flight crew to be proficient with the drone operational manual provided by the vendor before any flight operations are conducted. It is also a best and safe practice to prepare an emergency checklist in case of emergencies. The remote pilot in command should always be prepared to execute an emergency procedure in instances where there is a lost link, loss of GPS, or there is another drone or obstructions in the flight path. The remote pilot in command should brief the flight crew before the start of the flight operations about emergency procedures and have a mission abort site for landing, in the case of an emergency. After the drone has safely landed, it should be documented for maintenance purposes. Some possible emergencies due to system failures are: loss of data link communications, loss of GPS, autopilot software error failure, loss of power, ground control system failure, intrusion of another drone into the UAS mission airspace. This is not meant to be a comprehensive list as the types of failures. Incident management. At a minimum, a good rule of thumb for flying would be to follow these rules for flying your drone. Avoid flying within 5 miles of an airport. Keep the drone within visual line of sight. Fly at or below 400 feet. Fly during daylight. Fly at or under 100 miles per hour. Do not fly directly over people. Do not fly from a moving vehicle, unless in a sparsely populated area. Accident reporting. An accident is defined as an occurrence that causes significant damage or injuries while the drone is in operation. Within 10 calendar days after an accident and before additional flights, the operator must provide accident report. Enforcement action can be taken against the operator if accident report is not made within the prescribed time frame. An accident defines accident when any person suffers serious injury, damage to any property, or damage to UAS. The drone is missing or is completely inaccessible. Any drone motor or structural failure. Bird strikes damage the drone. The accident report can be submitted to management. Include the following information: remote pilot in command's name and contact information. Remote pilot in command's Civil Aviation Authority certification number if any. UAS registration number issued to the drone. Location of the accident. Date of the accident. Time of the accident. Person injured and extent of injury, if any are known. Property damaged and extent of damage, if any are known. Description of what happened.